Snails. Snails. So if any of you have been on TikTok recently, which I assume most of you have, since it is the new Vine, and some of you don't even know what Vine is, which is very, very depressing. But anyways, this is the new thing that is on TikTok, the new trend, so to say. So this meme actually started from a 2014 YouTube video by Rooster Teeth, in which the question was asked, would you want to live forever, but have this snail that's constantly following you that cannot be killed, and if it touches you, you die? And it's going at a snail's pace. There's nothing particularly special about it, other than the fact that it's immortal and indestructible, just like you. Nothing special at all, really. But anyway, it's become really, really big on this app, so I feel like it's only right that I share some of the ones that I've cataloged, because I've cataloged quite a few just for this specific occasion. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the music used is copyrighted. Probably is, so I'm probably going to have to use a different video. Sorry to disappoint. It's a great song, but we're just going to have to use something else. But without further ado, let's just give you a quick look at what it is.
And I
just gotta look through a couple of these. So this is the first one.
Is it terrifying?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's the way it is.
So this is the last one that I
Everything must
saved.
come to an end. The drip
Probably
finally
the most
stops.
ridiculous one, but also
See you
the
on
kind
the
of the
other
sad
side.
one too.
Oh, Bojack, no.
Over
is no
the BoJack. Oh yeah, and again another one right after that. This is over the BoJack Horseman audio, and this one is over a very, very classic video of Tyler 1, who is an interesting character in his own right. So you got, okay, that's a sample of what the song is like. Yeah. So it's basically this, but like 100,000 of them. And yeah, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's all about snails, man. This is the trend. And you want to know something? It's fascinating because that's really how memes are made, aren't they? These trends is when people look back on older stuff, not just for YouTube clips, but also for movies as well. Because the Star Wars prequels, people thought they were crap, but they weren't. They were good from the beginning. The only people that thought it was bad were blind and had their eyes closed for their entire lives. But now people are starting to realize that it's actually really good, even though it was good from the start. But that's only because the sequels turned out so bad. I want a redo of those, but that's a topic for another day. Point being, people look at older stuff and then they bring it back. Like Spider-Man. Spider-Man was full of memes with Tobey Maguire, and it's amazing and it's beautiful. And they're doing the same for YouTube, which I'm very happy for. I think this might be a snail. Yep, yep, another snail. You cannot run them. I want to know how many of these. Yeah, another snail one. I saved a lot of these, didn't I? I want to know how many. I saved like maybe even 50 of these. The point is they go on and on and on. I will visit other galleries. Is this? You see, if you want to know if it's a snail video, just do a quick test. And just by that, I know that it's a snail video. Another snail video. Another snail video. How many did these I save? Oh, so many. Me and the immortal snail having our final showdown as the sun explodes after billions of years. Beautiful. The immortal snail, night trapped. It's just, it goes on, and this is the point. This is the entire thing. This is the entire video. It just goes on and on. You've watched 600 of your families die, the snail catches up with you, and you're tired of running. And this brings it back around to really what I wanted to make this video about. Not just about the snail, but about the price. Would you really risk all of this for immortality? More importantly, would you want to be immortal? Me in 18903 realizing the snail never existed. You can live forever and can't be killed, but a snail that can't... Okay. Okay. Point being, would you want to live forever and have a snail chase you for your entire life? More importantly, would you want to live forever? I understand that people are afraid of death and the prospect of dying is terrifying, but what's more terrifying is, in my opinion, continuing to live. Okay, let me rephrase that. Continuing to live and watching the whole world just kind of shatter around you. Look at it this way. In a span of 200 years, we had 2 world wars and 2 pandemics that killed millions of people. Could you imagine living through all of that and then continuing to live to see that happen probably again? No. Continuing to live in a world where everyone you know and everything that you love just fades away into nothingness, completely forgotten by history. Like your loved ones, maybe you have a son, and then that son dies, and his son dies, and then his son dies, and it just goes on and on and on, but you just continue to live. That just sounds like the worst sort of hell that anybody could go through. And yeah, just here's the videos go on and on, as I've said, but it begs the question, would you want to do that? Do you want to live for the rest of your life like that and have that life be extended to a long time? The reality is he's going to catch up to you eventually, and you are going to eventually die, but your life won't exactly be happy. And that's another reason. Even if you wanted to live forever, would you want that hanging over your head, knowing that there's this little snail traveling like, what, a foot every hour? And he's coming for you. He's always coming for you. You always have to watch your back to make sure that he isn't there. It just sounds like an unbelievable amount of stress that I wouldn't want to go through at all, like ever. But would you want to go through that? 1, living forever, but 2, living forever knowing that there's a snail constantly following you for well beyond the ending of the world and the universe as we know it. Me explaining to the snail he's too late. It's been blah, 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 blah years. The world is already ending. I won the game and now I die knowing I won, giving me the death I've been waiting for. Yeah, no, nobody wins. The snail doesn't win. Actually, no, the snail always wins. Have you never heard of the story of the tortoise and the hare? If you haven't, it's a story where the tortoise races a hare in a race. And the rabbit is so sure that he's going to win that he just hauls it all the way. Near the end, he decides to lay down for a nap because he's a lazy, lazy piece of poo-poo. And then the tortoise ends up winning because his nap went on way too long. And he lost. He lost the race. That's what's happening. This is the story. The tortoise always wins. The snail always wins. It's the year 6982, and you feel the snail touch your toes, and then you realize the money will not be for you, with you in the afterlife while you wait for your death. Was money involved in this? Because if it was, then that's on me. But yeah, life is temporary. The snail is forever. So if you really want to go against the snail, fine, go ahead, try. Build your fortresses and your secure rooms and everything that you ever want in your life. It doesn't matter. He will always be 1 step ahead of you. He will always be behind you. There's nothing you can do. I mean, yeah, you could befriend the snail as well. Me and the snail vibe in 200 billion years in the future when the universe explodes. You could do that. That would actually be a good way to go out, but still, I wouldn't want to live that long, and I'm sure not a lot of people would like to live that long. To end this video off, I think I'm going to look through all of the snail videos that I had saved to my TikTok, just specifically for this video. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 videos of the snail I had saved for this video, and now that's all I get on my TikTok. So now I can finally unlike these videos. Hopefully I won't get recommended this stuff again. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe TikTok. Maybe. Maybe TikTok is the snail.